welcome back to my channel. I'm Phil from Phil's Train Layout. In the background here you see I'm actually running a little bit of trains on my layout. I'm going to be just giving a little update on a few of the things that I have been working on before. Mostly the retaining wall that you see in the background there, and probably some of the fencing that I've been 3D printing. So enough said with that. I'm gonna get to work and do a little bit of work here, and then maybe I'll be able to paint some of it later on. So that's the retaining wall there that I had just set in place at one point in the last video, just to see what it would look like. And these are the retaining walls that I had 3D printed. They all fit together kind of nicely, just the way I had put them together, just the way I had printed them, so that they sit and they butt up together just like that. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take some generic everyday caulking, and I'm going to spread along the back of those, and I'm going to stick them to the wall so that they're kind of permanent, and then I'll do a wet wash afterwards just to give them some color. And we'll get started on that, just so it doesn't take me forever and I keep babbling on. So I'm just gonna get to work on that, and first I think I'll let that train get out of the way, and I'll park them over at the side over there, and then I'll get to work on this. So what I've been doing here is I just took one of my panels, just put a little bit of caulking on the back of it there, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread this around just like that. Try not to get it all over my fingers, but that doesn't seem to be working too well. So then I will set that in place. Just like that. So, and you want to make sure that there's enough caulking on the back of these things to make sure they both stick, and just in case there's any imperfections in where you're sticking them to, that you have enough of the caulking to be able to stick to the back wall. So I finished that section there. So now I just let the caulking dry, and it's high enough so that when I fill this with when I do the ballasting on here, that it'll run in and it'll fill up some of this void behind there, and makes it look like it just caps the top of the ballast a little bit, just to make it look good. So I'm going to move on to the next section. So if you remember back when I designed these retaining walls, I designed them so that I could start from either the left or the right, depending on which way I printed it. So with this one here, at the end, I have it so that the one pillar is on the right side, so that I can start printing off and placing all the ones to the left. So that way, this one here doesn't have the right pillar on it, so that when I put them together, they form one continuous line, just like that. So there's the first one. Get that all lined up the edge there. Let's get a little push into place. Just like that. Got the first one in place. Now let's just continue on with all the other ones. And then when this one goes on here, make sure you don't get any squish out. And then it butts up to the one beside it. Give them a little push together just to make sure. Just like that. I think this makes a huge difference compared to the way I was originally going to do it. I was just going to cut out those sheets and just glue them on there. You know, the sheets that have the molded brickwork. You know, so I think this is a lot nicer, creates a lot more detail. Makes it a little bit more fancier, and I just made a mess. Okay. Oops. There, I think that makes a huge difference. Just give you a close-up look at that. So now I'll continue on over in this section here. I'll get it all glued into place, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. there we go. Got it all done now. So now I'll just run you down the line in the wall so you can take a quick peek at what it looks like. So on this end here, you can see that this first panel has the pillar here and the pillar here, and this one is designed and printed without the pillar on the end, so that it all attaches through and it runs down the line until it gets to that end there, and then it ends with another pillar at that end. So that way I can either finish it off with an angled one. I'll just create an angled one to put there, and the same thing down at this end here. I can just create a little angled one, or just cut one out just to fit in there, just to finish that off. And then I'll take you over to this side here. I'm sorry my lighting in this area isn't the greatest. I don't have very good lighting yet. I haven't installed any lights in this corner. So, but at least you're able to have a see it, what it looks like with it in place. And then underneath that bridge, I'll create some kind of scene under there. Maybe some hobos or something living underneath the bridge. And I'll cut another piece to fit and fill that area there in. So, just a quick little update on finishing that section off anyway. And now all I gotta do is just come back. I'll just do a couple of different color wet washes, and then highlight the pillars with some highlighting weathering. So now I'll take you over to the other side of the layout where I was putting in some fencing, and I'll show you what I'm doing there. So these here are the 8-foot wood paneling or wood fences that I've been 3D printing. You know, I've also been starting to sell these on my train layout store. It's Phil's Train Layout. So as you can see, I have been printing quite a lot of them and have gone around the entire yard. On the bottom there, you see those two little pins that I left on purpose, and that is so that when you set it in place, you can put a little hole in the layout and just push those in, and that way you can have something to actually attach with glue, keep them in there. So there's a good view of all the fencing that I've put in so far, and I started putting in just a little bit on this side here, just to box in this guy's yard, you know, just to make sure nobody's coming in, you know. So put a couple more along here, just like that. Kind of finish fencing in this guy's yard, and then of course you can come along with a little bit of crazy glue at the end. Just put a little bit of dab of crazy glue in there, which will just hold everything together once you've got it all glued into place. And just finish off fencing this guy's yard in there. That way when a train passes by, you know, it'll should just miss the fence, just like that. So that'll finish off his yard. And so I think that's everything that I'm able to squeeze in today. Weekends just aren't long enough, and You know, after work you're kind of tired, you just want to sit back and relax a little bit. So thought I'd give you just a little update on what I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of printing. You know, that's the main thing that I do after work. I'll print a few more through the evening and whatnot, just to get a few more done. And then over here, my retaining walls, finally got those all cemented into place with some caulking. And these here are those same retaining walls. So there's the one with the one side missing. There's another one. And here's one of the ones that have the pillar on both sides. So yeah, so all of these are available at my train layout store. I've also started doing some of the little picket fences for around some houses. You know, paint those white or brown or black, just to see if I can get that to focus for you, but probably not. But anyway, that's the little picket fences that I've been doing. And you know, it's the same idea. You know, you have the little pins on the bottom there to stick them in the ground. You know, just put little holes in, just shove them down so that the wood paneling is all level with the ground. And these are some of the park benches that I've been 3D printing as well. So you can have those like set up here. Like this is probably going to be a little bit of a park outside of these stores here. Kind of set them up in the park, have a little park there, or you know, have them outside my train station there, just so that people have somewhere to sit while they're waiting for the train to show up. So, well, thank you everybody for watching. You know, please hit that subscribe button. You know, it helps a lot when you actually subscribe to the channel. And please like everything. You know, hit that like button. It just helps share the video around, and you know, spread the word, and you know, spread the sharing of the model world of trains and the enjoyment that people get out of building their layouts. You know, it's a hobby. It's a great hobby. It's very mind soothing, you know, so just want to make sure everybody's staying safe. Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching. Dope. 8-foot wood paneling, and one of my trains decided to start up all on its own. That is Mr. Ghost Train. So let's just set him off the track. There we go. Ghost trains, love it.